Hey guys, we had a random snow day, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to film a very relaxed get ready with me video. Very relaxed because I'm probably not going anywhere today, so my makeup look doesn't really matter, but I thought I could demo some things for you, some makeup things, as well as some skincare. And in my last haul video, the two things that you guys were most interested in were the 100% pure mask. I've already used the caffeine mask. I used that on Instagram stories this past weekend because so many people said that I really needed to be laying down to use it. 100% agree. Anytime I sat up, I felt like the whole mask was slipping down my face, but I really enjoyed it. Kind of a weird experience, but the next morning my skin felt fantastic. And today I'm using for the first time the Eye Brights. These are eye masks to depuff and brighten. And if you want to hear more about these, like what ingredients, I'll have that haul video linked in a card up above. But so far, these feel really good. They've been on for about 15, 17 minutes. So I'm gonna leave them on for a little bit longer and I'm going to finish up my skincare routine. So far, I have washed my face and put on these masks, so that's it. So the next thing I'm gonna use is the Drunk Elephant C Firma Day Serum. This is my second bottle of this. I love it so much. The first bottle, my only issue is that I felt like I went through it really quickly for the price because it is a more pricey item. So this time around, I'm only using one pump every single day. So I have one pump in my hands, gonna press my hands together and then just going to press it into my skin. And then I got the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial Mask for my birthday. And inside of that, it came with a sample of their marula oil, which I think is what they're most known for. So I'm gonna follow up the serum with just a little pump of this and press it right exactly where I put that serum. The marula oil I like so much. I think that when the next Sephora sale comes around, I'm gonna end up buying the full size of this. So I think the eye masks have been on long enough. I'm gonna take them off. Everything feels nice. If there's just any excess, there's just a tiny bit, I'm just gonna press it in. Normally I would use this eye cream. I've been using this for the past few months. This is the Belief Pete Miracle Revital eye cream. I really like this, but since I've used this mask today, I don't really feel the need to go in with an extra eye cream, but if you wanna know what that looks like on the inside. And then I have been testing out a lot from Drunk Elephant so far. I like pretty much everything. The SPF, I think it's okay, but I don't like it better than I like my Paula's Choice. If you have my skin type, which is on the oily side, this is so beautiful. I love that it has a tint. I love how it lays underneath makeup. It never pills or anything like that. And it doesn't make my face feel greasy like some sunscreens can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over my face and down my neck. The tint doesn't really have coverage to it, but it just helps to even out my skin tone enough that if I'm having a normal no makeup day, this is always a product I reach for. So next I'm gonna go in and do my base. I'm still loving the Sappho foundation, so nothing new here. I'm not gonna film this, but I'll come back and we'll use some new cheek products. For primers, I use two from Smashbox. I use their Photo Finish Primer Water all over, and then on my lids, I use their Lid Primer in Light. I like this one because it has some color to it, and the color kind of adds coverage and helps to camouflage any discoloration. And for foundation, I use the Sappho Liquid Foundation in shade number 3, and then on my blemishes and underneath my eyes, I have the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light. I set all of that with the RMS Unpowder, and then I'm gonna use a brand new bronzer. This just came out from Red Apple Lipstick. They sent me the bronzer and one blush, and the bronzer is called the Sun Drop Bronzer. I'm actually gonna use this with the same brush that I used with the RMS Unpowder. This is the MOTD Set and Go brush. I'm always a little bit nervous when it comes to bronzer because I am so fair, but I like the tone of this one, and I especially like it on a looser brush. Just helps to easily diffuse the color. If I want to add a little bit of shape to my cheeks, I would take a smaller brush. This is the Supermodel Sculpt brush, also from MOTD, and just start drawing a line a little bit higher than you would normally contour. And once I have the color placed, I would go back to the big brush and help to blend it in. So I think that bronzer adds a nice amount of warmth while still looking really natural. And then for highlighter, I'm gonna use this one from Fit Glow Beauty. It's in the shade Rosé. I've cleaned off the Supermodel Sculpt brush. This color is beautiful. It is the prettiest rose gold highlighter. So I'm gonna take it on the top of my cheekbones, a little bit on the apples, and then connect it to the end of my brow. Actually just saw on Instagram that Fit Glow has launched some new products, some eyeshadows that look amazing. So I'm putting my wish list together to start thinking about some spring, summer makeup looks I wanna do. And then to finish off the cheeks, this is the Gotta Glow blush from Red Apple Lipstick. I think the color is beautiful. I was a little bit worried about this because I have a face that kind of just tends to absorb blush. This will fade quite a bit, but it's still there by the end of the day. So I think these are beautiful, and I do think there was one other more matte one that I'd like to try. This one does have some shimmer to it. You don't even need a highlighter unless you just want an extra glowy cheek. For eyes today, I'm gonna start out with the Tarte In Bloom palette, and I've already taken the two lightest matte shades, Charmer, Flower Child, mixed those together and applied them all over my lid from the lash line up underneath my brow. Sweetheart is probably my favorite shade from this palette. I think it's just the perfect crease color, so that's where I'm gonna apply it today. I'm really focusing most of Sweetheart in the outside corner using little circular motions, and then once I have most of the color placed, I'll start bringing my brush in just a little bit. This is the other thing that people seemed interested in my last video. It's the Rituel Defee Ember and Ash Eye Soot in the shade Sigil. In that video, I said this was a cream shadow, but the more I use it, the more it reminds me of a pressed pigment, like those ones from L'Oreal with the little stopper. I really like this. Applied with your finger, it can be kind of sheer. That's how I wore it the couple days I was out in California, and I didn't have much of an issue with creasing at all. Stayed in place all day. Since I've been home, I've been packing it on with a brush to kind of really make it pop on my eyelid. When I do that, I can get a little creasing. Using an eyeshadow primer like something like the Smashbox does help a lot. So I'll show you both ways. I'm gonna first go in with my finger and just press it onto my eyelid. Okay. This is applied with my finger and I think it's really pretty. I also think the packaging is adorable. My only issue is that the opening is kind of small, but other than that, I really like it. So now I'm gonna actually use a pigment packer brush and pick up a lot more product. And using a brush just seems to help up the intensity quite a bit. I'm gonna flip that brush over and go back into the palette, pick up the lightest shimmery shade, which is called Funny Girl, and I'm gonna press this right into the inner corner just to bring a little bit of extra light. I've been so happy with almost everything I've been testing lately. The only thing I regret buying is this Trish McEvoy Intense Gel Eyeliner in Deep Aubergine. So many people love this and I had high expectations. It does glide on nicely, so I used it for my liner today, but in my waterline, it lasts for like 2.2 seconds and then it disappears, or some of the excess like gathers in my outside corner, which is super annoying. So if you have a favorite eyeliner, especially if it comes in brown, that lasts really well in your waterline, I would love to know all about it. Then I finished up the eyes with the Benefit Roller Lash. This is in the brown shade. This is still my favorite mascara, just nothing gives me as much drama and length as this one does. I was gonna do a matte liquid lip, but since I'm not really leaving the house today and my lips have been kind of dry, I just stuck with the lip balm that I've had on for most of the video. This is the Dior Lip Glow in the berry shade, which is really, really pretty and just one of those face brightening colors, but that is everything I have. I hope you enjoyed seeing some new things in action. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I really appreciate you watching. I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna start editing this so I can have it up in the next day or two for you, and I'm going to keep watching. I've been watching the Great British Baking Show. I'm on season 2 and it's just the perfect thing to have on in the background. But I really appreciate you watching today and I'll talk to you again very soon.